Friends, we are going to do this really cool resist techniques using pine needles. So I'm going to start out with watercolor and then watercolor paper. And I'm working in these pans that my friend gave me. She does lots of altered papers. So she has these pans and she uses them as trays and works out so great. So I did some collecting. So I have lots of pine needles and I wanted to see if I could get them to kind of give me a really cool texture. So this was an experiment and I love how it turned out. So I started out just by spraying down my paper, and I'm going to add lots and lots of water because you want this really, really watery. I've seen people do this with leaves. That's really pretty, but I wanted to try pine needles and see how that would go. So we're going to add lots of color and lots of water. These are just cheap watercolors. I did try this with more expensive ones and it's really, really pretty too. The color is very, very vivid, but I like this way too. So either way will work. And you're just going to add lots and lots of watercolor. That is the trick for this. And I am going to add a little bit of instant tea because I kind of like that look. And I get my instant tea from the Dollar Tree. It works out great and it lasts me forever. And I do so many things with it in my art room. So just get the color in. You could, pick different color families or you want, if you want, or just, do your thing, but it's going to look awesome. And then all you're going to do is put the pine needles into that. And then we're going to go over it a little bit with watercolor. This is a paper that I included for the month of July's paper pack for my mail art club. So I think they're going to love this one. I try to do some really, really special ones, and this was one that was, and I think it really captures the textures that I look at all the time. I think texture is one of those things that we don't pay attention to, like the rings in trees and sap and pine needles. I think sometimes they're overlooked, but I go for a lot of walks. I live in beautiful Colorado Springs, so there's lots of inspiration. So I try to pay attention, and then that's how our themes get created by the things that are around me. So really cool. But this is beautiful paper, and you can use it in so many different ways. So I'm going to start by putting on some of the elements. I did try a couple of twigs. I thought maybe I could capture the texture of them, but that didn't work. And then a couple leaves were in the pine cones. My wonderful nephew helped me pick these up, and he just grabbed a pile of everything, and it worked out great. He did such a great job. So it's an experiment. This is the first time that I tried this. So yeah, I tried it with leaves before and that worked out beautifully. But yeah, but I loved how it turned out. I'm definitely going to do this again. I have, about a huge stack of these that I made. So it's really fun. And then you're going to go over it with watercolor. So this is kind of the hardest part, but you're just going to load your brush up with pretty pigmented watercolor, and you're going to just go over the pine needles and the leaves too, because this has a little bit of leaves in it. And I like just tapping the brush, and I want to make sure that the pine needles are actually against the paper. So you kind of want them to be in a single layer. But again, I was experimenting, so but it turned out really, really great. So, and I really love that I did include those leaves because you can see those too. So really pretty. It works out really, really great. And just take your time and go over those colors. And they're going to move a little bit, but that's okay because the paint is going to settle underneath and around the pine needles, and it will actually leave an impression and texture. It will leave a resist. So it's really cool. I love this technique. And I can't wait to try more things. So it'll be great. So I'm just going to go around. And I'm doing this in real time so that you can see this paper took about less than 20 minutes to make. So it's not really a long process. You just have to wait for it to dry completely. And that can take a little bit of time, but it's worth it. I live in a dry climate, so it didn't take, that long. But I did leave it overnight. But after a few hours, it was good. I so enjoy coming up with, new techniques to make interesting paper for the paper packs. So it's so fun. And I want to share with you guys some of my discoveries. So I hope that you're enjoying these videos. So we're going to kind of just spread them out a little bit. And this would be so fun to do with kids, of course. I think kids are like the best art partners that you can possibly have. So, yeah, this would be a fun process for them. And then I'm spraying a little bit of more instant coffee on, and I did spray that down a little bit. And for this one, I decided I'm going to add the pine needles on, just a few of them before, and then like add the watercolor and then add more pine needles and then go over it with the watercolor just to try. I like to kind of try different techniques and see if there's something that works a little better or is a little different. So we're just going to do that. So I'm just adding it in. And it worked out, actually. I was like, well, maybe, enough pigment won't get underneath. But I think because I did leave some white spaces open, it worked out great. And I'm going to add a little bit of instant coffee here. And then I'm going to go into my watercolors. And again, this is a cheap one. This is either one, I think this is the Michaels ones that are, really chalky, but I still use them for a ton of stuff. And I definitely am not like a watercolor purist. I like mix things in my watercolor, So this is a really good set to like experiment with. So yeah, so it's fun to use. But I know that they have a really beautiful palette that looks exactly like this that has very vivid colors too. So that works out too. But just experiment. You never know what you like, and cheap watercolors work well. You know what? Go grab your Crayolas and go to town. The colors will probably be even more vivid and beautiful. I love Crayolas. I use them all the time. They're so fun. So I'm just going to keep adding a lot of color and a ton of water. Added lots and lots of water. My friend Diana, she's an artist. She's so smart. So she has used these pie pans, or these, not pie pans. Oh my gosh, she does have pie pans too, but she has used these cookie sheets for years. And it's such a great container, for holding this type of art. It's going to have a little bit of excess water. This is such a genius idea. And you can get these at the dollar store too. So, you can use them for art, which is awesome. And I am using a thicker paper. I do recommend that you use either mixed media paper or watercolor paper for this, just because you are going to be using a ton of water. So yeah, and then I think just the surface of watercolor and mixed media paper, because it has that coating on it, it's just the reason why you really get to see the impression. So now I'm going to add in the pine needles quite randomly. And here I tried to like do an impression of a pine cone, you'll see, but it didn't happen. So I'm going to maybe see if I can figure out how to do that. But it's fun, like just put stuff in there and see what works. Right? Experiment a little bit. But this was really fun, and I love the way that it turned out. I can't wait for you to see it at the end. It's like the suspense, but it's so fun. And I even like tried a small piece of pine cone there, and I had like a piece of bark. Like I said, he just went to town, right, and picked up a whole handful of everything. So I kind of have a mix, but we'll have to see how the bark works. It's on the left side, the far left. I bet that one turned out good. And I am wearing gloves just because, pine needles can be a little bit pokey. So I like to protect my hands a little bit. But you don't have to do that. Do whatever works for you. And then we're going to go back in with those watercolors. And I just like to pounce it around is what I do. And add, more color than you think that you need. You can even like flick it on there if you want. Do some splatters. But don't be afraid to add more color. It's going to be so cool when it's done. There we go. Very, very cool. And this is just so fun. And you could do different color families. Like you could do cool colors or warm colors or do your favorite colors. I think that's important. I did kind of all the colors because that's what I was after. And I kind of am messing with the other one now too. But yeah, once you get it, with as much color as you want and add a little bit extra, I'm going to add a little bit more of that instant coffee. Kind of let that dissolve a little bit. It's going to be so pretty and it picks it up a lot of the texture too. And I let that dry completely overnight. And then this is how it looks in the morning. So this is how it looks dry, dry, dry. Sorry, the sun's coming in a little bit, but I'm going to hold them up so you can see. And I'm just going to put the pine needles right back into my bag. And you can see that it actually worked. Not with the big, twigs, but it did work with the pine needles and the leaves. But it's really an interesting texture. I just love how this turned out. Very, very cool. I think the people that get this paper are going to be super happy with how it looks. The texture is really cool. And I think the coffee just gives it kind of that grungy, gritty kind of natural look that I absolutely love. So let's take this one off too. We're going to do the same thing. And then I guess you can see it like at least left the shape of the bark. I don't think you got any of the texture of the bark now that I'm looking back at it, but it's still interesting. And as you can see, the pine cone, the pine apple. Oh my gosh. The pine cone was a complete and utter fail. So maybe next time. See. Very cool. So I'm just going to remove those last little bits and then I'll give you a close-up because you could see, because I don't think that the camera does justice about how much texture is really in these pieces of paper. So I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And if you know somebody like this idea, please share it with them. And I'll see you later, friends. Happy creating. Bye.